This is Stefan Schmidt for InsiderIowa.com. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to give you a name. You tell me if you know who Mukesh Ambani is. Don't know? Well, let me tell you about Mukesh Ambani. He is a wildly successful businessman in India. And the reason we want to talk about him for a couple of minutes is he's all over the news. This week, almost any publication, television, blog, or whatever, you may find his name mentioned. He is worth $27 billion and is one of the richest men in the world. The reason he's in the news, however, is that he's building a 27-story house. Not a building, not an office building, not a factory, but a house for himself. The house is estimated to be costing him $1 billion. So now he's only worth $26 billion. It has a cantilevered sheet of steel and glass, 6 levels, parking garages. Well, the parking garages are 6 levels. His house, as I said, is 27 floors. It has 3 helipads on the roof. It has terraces and swimming pools, and it has running blade kind of a look to it. And the articles say that it has a spa and 9 elevators and a 50-seat theater and a grand ballroom. This is in a city in Mumbi, used to be called Bombay, India, where from his house he can see abysmal poverty, people living in the streets, Slumdog Millionaire. You remember that movie. And the question is there something wrong with that? Is that okay? Is it really the way a lot of people, even in the United States, now in 2010 are saying, hey, if you are smart enough to become a multi-billionaire, good for you, spend the money the way you want to. If you're living in a slum, you got a bad job, you don't have a job, personal responsibility. You have to make your own life. Go out there, get a job, work hard, go to school. You got to do it. We're not going to give it to you. That is the attitude in many countries in the world, India included, even though India has social services and so on. But I am concerned not because of this particular building, this house, and this billionaire, who after all is in India. I'm concerned because in the United States, our income gap between the rich and the super rich, the middle class, and those who are poor is growing. It has been growing for the last 25 or 30 years, and I am reminded of what I learned in graduate school and what we have analyzed, which is the American democracy has been so successful because the country has been a middle-class country. Middle-class people can buy things, they work and have enough income left over that they can stimulate the economy and buy products and services, take vacations and do other things that create jobs and bring about prosperity. They can also pay some taxes. We're in a position right now where the gap between the rich and the rest of Americans, including us, is growing. And I think in the long run, we do not probably want to end up in a situation where our economy and our country and our culture is undermined by this tremendous gap in wealth. So how we close that and how we maintain some, let's just call it economic ethics, is a question and a problem that I'm leaving up to you to resolve because I don't have the answer. But I thought I'd just raise it in this context. And we have a nice palm tree here from my office to remind you that Mumbai in India has some nice tropical vegetation. This is Stefan Schmidt for InsiderIowa.com.